Here I'm going to show you how to fix buttons in the Bose RC18T1-27 remote. This is a radio remote, not an infrared. There's no lights. It has a snap dome combination with a rubber keypad. You can kind of, when you push the buttons, you can kind of feel it click, but if you're not experienced, you probably would notice. If you don't have the receiver, it's hard to tell if the buttons work because there's no lights to test, nothing to indicate you pushed a button. However, I've got a radio signal detector and turn that on, and every time I push a button, you get a little noise. Now this one doesn't have any button problems. It came in for other issues. I had some corrosion on the board. But I fixed one button, I think it was the volume up, and it works great. Every time I push it. So I'm going to show you how to take your remote apart and repair the buttons using my 5mm repair buttons. These are individual peel and stick, and they have a little spacer, and this replaces the conductive part of the switch for the button. And it's pretty easy to do this one. You just take the batteries out, and there's one screw right there. So you need a little Phillips screwdriver. Get that out. Now, to get the rest of it apart, there's clips all the way up the sides. You can spread apart the bottom a little bit. And I have a small flat screwdriver. And I put it down into the crevice like that. And just sort of carefully slide it up. And it just slipped out there. Just start over. A little bit of down pressure to keep it from slipping out. But I'm not prying. I'm just sliding it up the groove. And as you get to a snap, it just pops it right out. And the same thing on the other side. It gets easier the more of these you take apart. The snaps that come out, it gets easier and easier to do. There we go. Now they're all out. And there we go. Now here we have the circuit board contacts, and this has got it's got a couple rubber buttons, but most of it is snap dome. It's this plastic layer with little domes, and then there's conductive ink in there. That ink can scrape off, wear out over time, and you really can't put anything back on there because it won't stay. So I've already put, as I said on the volume up, I put one of these buttons on, and I'm going to go ahead and do the volume down now just to show you. You just pick off one, and there's a brown paper liner. Peel that off, and then just line it up, the black dot over the button like that. So you could do this to any buttons you're having trouble with. You might want to look at this, like if you're having trouble with the volume up, you'd probably be able to see it kind of worn out, and you might want to look around and see if there's anything else worn out and get that done while you have it apart. That's it. If your circuit board did come out, it doesn't come out too easy, but yeah, if you do come apart, here's the other side. You might want to check, like sometimes these break off just from vibrations. The wires might break off there. Any heavy component that can wiggle might break off, and you could solder that back on. But if you have to take this out and put it back in, all you got to do is make sure that the springs go in the slots. There's slots right there, and there. So just look at it sideways while you're putting it back together. You can kind of flip it over and make sure the springs are going down like that. Looks good. And then to get the top on, it doesn't really, the keypad doesn't fall out too easy. So you just start at the top and go back down. Then you're all set there. You just put the screw back in, and I'm going to put the battery back in and show you that they're working. Keep these from popping out. Okay, turn the sensor back on, and here's the channel, and here's the volume up and down. So that's it.